If you've ever looked into the best places in the world to retire, chances are you've come across Panama more than once. That's pretty surprising when you think about it. Panama is a small country in Central America with a population of just over 4 million people, smaller than many U.S. states. Yet for years, it has consistently ranked as one of the top retirement destinations for Americans. That got me curious. Normally, countries try to attract young people who can work, pay taxes, and help grow the economy. So why is Panama giving so much attention to retirees instead? Is it simply a sign of hospitality, or is there a much smarter economic strategy behind it? In this video, let's explore why Panama is welcoming more and more American retirees. A lower cost of living is only what gets people's attention first. If you asked most Americans what worries them the most about retirement, many probably wouldn't mention the weather or how they'll spend their days. The biggest concern is usually money. Will their life savings last for the next 20 or 30 years? What happens if healthcare costs keep rising? What if inflation continues? That's why more and more people have started thinking about moving somewhere with a lower cost of living instead of staying in expensive American cities. Panama quickly became an attractive option. Compared to many parts of the United States, especially major metropolitan areas, housing, dining, and everyday services in Panama can be significantly more affordable. For retirees living on a pension or Social Security benefits, saving a few hundred or even $1,000 every month can make a huge difference. Many people realize that the same retirement income can provide a much more comfortable lifestyle if they move to Panama. But in my opinion, the lower cost of living is only what makes people start looking into Panama. It's still not the reason why this country stands out from so many other retirement destinations around the world. What makes Panama different is they genuinely welcome retirees. What many people don't realize is that Panama has created one of the world's best-known retirement programs called the Pensionado Program. It allows qualifying foreign retirees with a steady pension income to apply for residency and enjoy a wide range of benefits in everyday life. These include discounts at restaurants, hotels, movie theaters, healthcare services, transportation, and many other recreational activities. To many Americans, that sounds almost unbelievable. In many countries, foreigners often have to pay more or go through complicated procedures if they want to live there long term. Panama, on the other hand, has deliberately created policies that make life easier for retirees. At this point, you're probably wondering something that makes perfect sense. Why would Panama be so generous? What does the country gain by encouraging more Americans to retire there? In my opinion, the answer is simple. Panama isn't really trying to attract workers. What it wants is the stable flow of money that retirees bring with them. What Panama wants isn't labor, it's a steady stream of income. When people hear the word immigration, they usually think about new workers entering the job market. But retirees are completely different. They don't move to Panama to compete with locals for jobs. Instead, they bring pension payments from the United States, personal savings, investment income, or Social Security benefits, and they spend that money right there in Panama. They rent or buy homes, eat at local restaurants, visit hospitals, hire gardeners, shop at local businesses, and travel around the country. Every dollar they spend helps support local businesses and brings foreign currency into Panama's economy. What's even more valuable is that this income is relatively stable. Retirees are generally less affected by economic cycles than tourists, and they're far less likely to leave simply because the job market changes. To me, this is the smartest part of Panama's strategy. They've essentially turned retirees into a form of export without exporting. The money is earned in the United States, but it's spent in Panama. Still, money isn't the only reason why so many Americans feel Panama is worth moving to. Panama makes many Americans feel like they never really left home. One of Panama's biggest advantages is something many people overlook. It's incredibly close to the United States. From many major American cities, you can fly to Panama in just a few hours. That makes it much easier to visit family or have children and grandchildren come to visit compared to retiring in Europe or Asia. On top of that, the US dollar is widely used throughout Panama. That means many Americans don't have to worry about exchanging currencies or dealing with exchange rate fluctuations every time they shop or pay for services. There's also a well-established expat community, especially among Americans. In some areas, it's easy to find English-speaking doctors, American-style restaurants, and neighborhoods where many foreign retirees have already settled. Perhaps that's why so many Americans who move to Panama don't feel like they're starting over in a completely unfamiliar country. Instead, it feels like they're simply living somewhere warmer and more affordable. But Panama isn't paradise for everyone. If you only watch promotional videos online, you might think Panama is the perfect place to retire. The reality, however, is a bit more complicated. Some regions experience long, rainy seasons and high humidity. Healthcare in major cities is generally excellent, but the quality can vary depending on where you live. If you settle outside the larger expat communities, not speaking Spanish can make everyday life much more challenging. And like any country, safety levels vary from one area to another, so doing your research before deciding where to live is essential. In my opinion, this is something many online videos rarely talk about. Panama has plenty of advantages, but that doesn't mean it's the right choice for everyone. Panama isn't just selling visas, it's selling a lifestyle. After learning more about Panama, I realized the most fascinating part isn't the residency programs or the discounts. What Panama is really offering is a different way of life. It's a place where many Americans feel their retirement savings can stretch much further, a place with warm weather, a slower pace of life, and close enough to the United States that they never feel too far away from family. That's probably why Panama has remained one of the top retirement destinations for Americans year after year. Not because it's the richest or the most modern country, but because so many people believe they can enjoy a better quality of life during retirement. Would you consider moving to Panama if it meant living more comfortably after retirement? Or would you rather stay in the United States, even if it costs more? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoy learning about geography, history, and fascinating facts from around the world, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to J30 World Discovery. I'll see you in the next adventure.